Alright, it's time again for some coding. We are going to code a little bit of an asset for the Unity game engine. Right. Is everything running correctly? I think it is. Listening to some good music. And this is what we got so far. So we're not going to derp around with the map anymore today. Maybe next time. But for now, this is good enough. This is all completely dynamic. And the curvature you can change as well if you want. In the runtime. Just have to find something down here, probably. Phew. Where is it? Visibility, infinite map. It's probably in the character controller, actually. Yep, curvature is here. We can make it less and less. Like so, and how would that look in the game? Of course, we have to press H in order to redo the curvature. Whoop. And then we have a little bit of a better planet here. But it still is the same thing. You go round, and then the starting area will reappear because you're going around the planet. Right. Also, how come it's not moving? That's not good. Don't we have it infinite? Let's look at the camera. Thought this was an infinite map. Did we find something that doesn't work? Now it works. Something to do with the collider, maybe. That's weird. So if we go too high up and jump in, yeah, probably the collider is not that high anymore. And if we go above like so, and then jump in, and somehow it lost its way. I think it may have something to do with the islands. We stay on the islands, but that all doesn't matter. We want to do something that actually helps the designer create their map. For example, we want to give them the option to have an infinite map, but not looping, just spawning new tiles. That is something we need to do, and otherwise not too sure. Also, if we play now, we're gonna have the old curvature again, right? Yeah, that doesn't look too great. We don't want any curvature at all. But it is what it is. That is all a bit... Then the visibility and the tiles. Can we not configure this here? I think it would be a great idea to have the curvature also configured here. Let's have a sip of tea. Also, we're going to look at the code, and specifically at the visibility code, because that one's important. This is a test player controller. Visibility should be here somewhere. Visibility setter we have, but I doubt we're using it, it's completely empty. Visibility check, and then active, yup. We're doing math here, which is nice. Math, square root, what? Oh dear. Goes to all tiles of the map every time the player enters a tile. If this lags, put it in coroutine way to frame each iteration. Thank you for the tip. If the distance, position, depends on position, Path of position game object. For each game object in the world grid values. Yep, this iterates through all the tiles. And if the thing is less than the visibility, and the visibility is in tiles, we think. Good, in order to test this, I think we want to go back to the maze. Right, so how would we configure this here? 10 by 10 is fine, creation speed, whatever. Let's do 2 tiles per thingy. Map height is good, relatively high. Let's go back to 1 tile mazes. Say none here. None there. Oops. And we don't have a tiles area. Let's just leave this empty. And get rid of it here. Good, we don't have a tiles area. And we think the tiles area from the tiles area script is going to subscribe to the guard object, and yeah. Alright, let's test the maze. Good, what happens if we press play now? It's going to be a 10 by 10 map. It doesn't know what to do. Create areas. Oh man. 1, 2, 6. That's not supposed to happen. 1, 2, 6. Vector such as area. Create areas for each and all areas. Good. We create the areas, but only if all areas length. Oh, we actually don't know. It's probably count because it's a dictionary. Is it? It's a list. Still could be count. Dictionary, don't even know. So list is counted, right? Is it count bigger 0? Let's see. Alright, reloading, compiling, boom. Alright. After such as 127. Huh? If all areas count bigger than 0. All areas should be a non-element. Oh, it is null currently. Sure. Count bigger than there. We could do another mother for each. Could do a security check here. Oops, did you? If it's null, return. For each A, if A equals, what are we doing? No, let's just test this out if this is a security feature or not. We are in a loop, aren't we? We are. Let's just see if the security feature here would work or not. Let's give you an empty object. Should never do this, but just as a security feature. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So these are not mazes. This is just something else. Looks so beautiful. Let's jump out of here. Wow. It's already a fun game. Let's jump higher than 48. So we're out of the collider. How come we're still in the collider? Oh, now we're out of the collider. Good. And now we're back in the collider. It's 48 high. It's pretty cool. Let's check the vision here. Go back into the inside vision. Oh. The inside vision doesn't center. We must look at this. Inside vision should center. Good. Center. What the heck is this? If we do this and center, it's broken. Interesting. Yeah, we have to fix that as well. It's just for testing purposes, but still. So this is no maze. This is just a default thingy. It's just making a cube like this one. Not this one, but like that one. Good. What if we give the default a 1x1 maze tile? See how that looks. It's broken. Because we haven't looked at that code for a long time. I mean, it is nice and all. But it doesn't give them a... you know what. Also the maze is quite small. Let's give us a bigger maze, like 24 tiles. Right, and then the maze tile does not have any script, but it does. Maze tile, random destroy, I don't think we want this. We want to put this into the example tile object. Public. Destroy chance, random rotation. Maze. Good. And then we're going to take this code and put it here in a start. Destroy on chance. Good. For each child and transform. Destroy child. Right. You're going to do this, but only if maze. Otherwise, no, don't do it. See how that goes. What? Invalid token if in class. 38. What? 38. 38. If destroy chance. Huh? What? What did we miss? Oh, wait, hold on. If... no, this should work. What is the problem here? Huh? This is the only thing we added in. Invalid token if in class or constructor member declaration. Did we change more? Oh, this looks here like a mistake. Did we delete something on accident? I think we deleted something on accident here. Weird. Maybe we added something in on accident. Good, whatever. Let's run it. And that might... where are my assets? That might also be not enough. Maze tile, goodbye. Remove. Going to add in another component. This is going to be the example tile object script. And we're going to say, no, leave this all be, just be a maze. Good. Material must be standard plus curved. And the color will be maze color or something. Let's give it this color here. Might look alright. See how that goes. Alright, the maze is in. But there's still weird shadows. Let's get into the thing. Are there weird shadows? Yeah, they are. Something is not supposed to cast, or something is not supposed to receive shadows. But otherwise it's looking alright. Why is the character so freaking big? That was funky. Stupid shadows. Maze tile. Plus it's taken forever to build. Give us 8 tiles per frame. Good. Lighting on the bump. Cube. Box collider standard. Default material. Cast shadows off. Let's just see if that fixes things here for a brief moment. This is just for testing purposes. We're not going to derp around too much. Because would you want to create a new? Cancel what? Maze tile size 1 here. Thank you for the Unity editor. Helping us out every time when we screw up. Alright. Bzzzt, that's a bit faster. Let's maximize, whoops. And see if we got a shadow issue. Nope. Yes, nope. Kind of. I think there's still a shadow being cast. It shouldn't. The main tile is problematic. The main object in the tile. Good, and this is just 1 tiles wide tile. And we have our little character here. And they're super big. Whoop. We're jumping backwards again. Whoop. Why are we jumping so weirdly sometimes? Are we glitching through objects, or is this because we do it here? Yeah. So cool. Good. And we can run as well. Super fast. This is a bit fast, actually. But yeah. Works nicely. Good. We don't actually want curvature, though. Oh, the character is casting a shadow. I have to turn this off via code. Or we leave it in because it doesn't matter too much. Good. Anyways, this is the maze. Example tile object. Set curve. Bumpy bum. Could be a float. Float. Just like we did in the test player controller. Public float curve. I don't think we want this there. Since this is an example, let's put it into the example. And use it from there. Good, that will break code, by the way. random bigger. Public float curve. So if we press the H, warp world. Maybe. Dun, dun, dun. For each and infinite, go to render set float. Go to curve, but curve is no longer there. So we have to equal it out somewhere. Could give it another mother. But we don't want to do that really. Actually, we don't want to do any of this. I don't think it's a nice something. Nice feature. We could leave it in as a hidden feature, but we need to access. Also, when we change that thingy, it will not register in-game. But we have to grab the number somewhere. So we could have a float curve, and we could equal it. Just take the first object, I guess. Could give it a default value. And then grab it from somewhere. If the value is in, but what if the value isn't? That's an issue. Check if value exists. Is that a thing? Unity. Check if variable exists. No, not if has a value. Reflection. Look into reflection. Hot tip. Value exists in safer inside a function. What the heck was this here? Horrible. Man, we're getting... Not going to use this browser anymore. What is this browser? What is this browser? What's it know about? Could be... Is this Firefox? It's Firefox. Not going to use Firefox anymore. Do we have anything we're looking here? Not really. Goodbye. Firefox is out. Looking at the remote. Is there not another? Just gonna open a tab like this one in the googly doo. Alright. Good. No, this is going to be my Unity now. Unity check if variable exists. See, no problem. If variable exists, this is the same thing. See? We're not getting spammed here by garbage, actually. Who knows? Very resistant save file? Interesting. Also wish we could have this darker. Exists in save file, interesting. In short, you don't. Yeah, I know. This is so sad. Good. Game object. Why did it go out now? Did we save here for some reason? Curve equals 0. Did we save for some reason? Alright, so where we're gonna get the curvature from? From here. Should put it there then. Just send a message. Send a message. Maybe. Don't like that very much. Could put it in the update here. Don't like that solution either. Should get rid of the feature. Or we leave it in as it was. Good. Just spontaneously give us a curve. That's fine. Right. But the maze tile also... the maze tile is gone. We're not using maze tile anymore. Assets, scripts, tests and examples, delete, forever. Right. That means in the prefabs here we have another maze tile. It's probably missing a script now. You have example tile already? But what about you? You have it already. Simple tile, prefab is missing. Is missing scripts. Simple tile has maze tile? Don't need. Remove. Good. It's too simple. Cube doesn't have maze tile either. Maze raised. Same thing. Remove. Could give it the example tile, but this is... Why do we have those even? Don't really want to mess around with this many times. Let's delete it. If we want them new, we're gonna make them a new 3x3 as well. Good. So far so good. Set curve yes or no, and the curve is that. And if set curve is on, I'm gonna set the curve. Right? Maybe. We could also make it so that when we enter every time, the curve changes as the set curve. But we don't like that. We're gonna set the curve here. Let's go into the test play controller and use the warp world. Good. Oh, we could have checked down here on the other screen. Alright, alright. For each here is Covering if a good phase good for culture. This starts. Warp world. This needs to be called somewhere else. But we want to call it here. I want to call it only once. But the example tile is many times. We could warp ourselves in the start. And I think that could be a good idea. Now, if we switch up the curve... Ah, that's fine. Can switch it up in the prefab. Could call a warp world here. Good. So for each in a transform and for each grandchild in a transform, we're going to put this. This is 3 layers of curvature. That's fine. Good. This is Fat Cat song. I think we're gonna skip, otherwise no dice. Let's wake up over here. I have a sip of tea. Alright, so just in case. Why is this in there? Just in case, if set curve, gonna set this to the curve. Good. For each game object, no. It's enough you do this for yourself. If set curve, also probably put everything in here. Do that. And then for each Y game object. If set curve, set your turn, and then for each child in yourself, do that as well. And then for each grandchild in child, also do this. Just in case. If there are transforms in there. Right. Seems reasonable. See if that works. If it compiles first. It does compile. And then if we look at the maze tile and the example tile, and if we say set curve and we say the curve, set it to 0, it shouldn't have any curve at all when it's done. But it does have a curve. What? Why? Maze tile size 1, make camera. Simple tile prefab. Fall back when the above is not defined. Sure. Default maze tile size 1-1. Maze, set curve. Curve is 0. I don't know what is the problem. Let's see this. These values change for some reason. No, they don't. They get put there. No clue. Let's go into our character controller and see if this still works, and it should. It does. Crazy pants. What is going on? Still fun running around here, but what? If set curve. Get component and material set float curvature curve. For each instance, some. Maybe this is too late. Or this is too soon. The maze code works. Features get component and I don't understand. This should work. We want to work on some actual asset coding. What the heck? Why are you doing this to me, game? Random small. Set curve is on. It should set the frickin' curve. It's a timing issue for sure. Unenable, start, update. Could be crazy and put it into the update. Maybe void update. Gonna make this elegant. Void update. We're going to give you a float current curve, and we're gonna equal it out to the curve. And update if current curve not equal to curve. And do your thing. And if set curve. If set curve. So it should exit out here immediately. If set curve is off. And then put you inside here. Ta-dum, bum, 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 bum. Into the update. Good. If curve not equal curve, set it to blop, and when you're done, down here, current curve equals curve. That is as straightforward as it gets. Good. What? 20. Field initializer current reference. What are you talking about? Field initializer current reference. Why not? Why not? Horrible. How dare you? Start current curve equals curve. Why make it complicated, man? Done nothing to you. Good. Now play. Good. Dun, 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 dun. And now, if we change this, set curve is on. If we change the curve, curve is 0. But if we do, then it would change there in the one tile. I don't think the code is running at all. Code is clearly not running. So in the start it would have worked if it was even running. Get component renderer. Transfer chart in transform. No idea why this would not run. Come on, why we're hanging here. Hanging up. Debug log. Log. I am running. Good. Also, this is taking too long. Creation speed instant. Play. Boom. Click on a thing. Change the curve. It's not even, does not even care. Example tile. It just does not care. What is going on? Set curve is on. Prefabs. Set curve is on. Curve is whatever it is defined. Current curve not equal curve. Current curve goes here. Get component renderer. We do have a renderer probably. I just don't understand. What is this? Does it still have the old maze tile? Wait, we click this? That can't be right. Don't get it. Infinite open world, we get, oh, we got 2 of these. Tile features. No clue. Not an idea. It's not even running. Dum bum bum. It's not even running. If we switch up these things. If we don't tell us it's a maze, what would happen? Then the thingies are not gonna get moved, of course. The walls stay down. Sure. So that code is running. I don't understand why this code is not running. What are we missing? If set curve, and then we switch up the curve, and this goes in the update every time. Don't get it. Update. Let's see if it's even updating or not. This should spam the console like no tomorrow, because we have 1,000 tiles. Yep, the update is not running. The update in the maze tile is not running. What? We made a mistake. Alright, alright. Getting there. Man, nobody told us. Nobody told us how the update works. We don't have an update here. But in the test player controller we do. Yep, nobody told us how the update works, man. Terrible, terrible teacher. If I'm gonna find my teacher, I'm gonna beat him. This guy, he never told us how the update works. Right, so we play. And now we should have a flat. Still don't have a flat. What? Oh, we didn't click. No, we did. There is a curve here. There is a curve. What kind of curve? Let's say 0 curve. Let's see how it goes. Doesn't go at all. Set curve, if current curve, curve is this, if current curve not equal curve, current curve. But the start curve. Wait a minute, that also did not run in the beginning, I think. Curve equal curve. Alright, that's fine. So, make this public because we want to read it out. Because we want to see what's going on. And again, we're going to see if this is running or not. Debug log update. Alright. Name debug does not exist. Alright. Let's just this should run a million times now. Yes. Alright. If set curve curve unequal dating curve. Alright. Okay, let's play. Infinite open world, we click 1. Curve is 0, but it doesn't look 0. Updating curve. So that does work. Clearly. That's really nice, actually. Why doesn't it go down to 0 though? Current curve equal curve. Current curve curve. Curve is 0. And then it switches up. Because we start then we give it the 18, and then we give it whatever we gave it there. Is that why we're not taking the prefab? Good question. Good. We want to set the curve to 0. But it does not want to do it. Huge noise pollution outside. Cannot enjoy my song. I'm gonna turn it down for myself here. Oh man. It's hell living here for me. It's probably nice for other people. Good. A simple tile? No. Why the heck? I want to keep on coding the acid. We're done. We're not done with the examples though. Not even close. And now we're a little bit stuck. Also, the character controller works. So that means if we tell them the curvature is... Maybe that's why. Maybe the character changes the curvature. Let's look into the curvature code in the display controller. Warp world. Maybe that gets called a lot. It does not. You just want to configure the curvature in the example tiles. For the designer, if they want to use the example tiles, to say, set curve, sure, why not? And then say the curve is maybe this, right? And then they hit play, and then they want to see the result. But the result is still the 18, not the more curve, which is sad. We want the more than 18. Possibly in the tile creation something happens. Oh, but we could read out the current curve. Let's see. Current curve is this, so that's alright. This should have worked. Except it did not. Did not work at all. Now if we change it there, of course that works. No problem. But clearly it didn't go all the way to 0.4. Or 0.04 in this case. Alright. We start up here. And the current derp is a problem. Wait, hold on here. Current curve equals to curve. So what if we don't say this? Then the current curve is not equal to the curve. And it should set the curve. Maybe it's as simple as that. That would be nice. Let's run it. Whoop, and it is as simple as that. It starts out with the default for some reason and then goes there. That means should we have... Also, we don't need the debug anymore since it's working nicely. Good, let's see if it defaults to 18. Let's go here. Set the curve to 0. And now we shouldn't have a curve in the maze. Huh? This is a curve. Why? Curve is 0. Let's read out. Current curve is 0, that's alright. A curve is 0, but why is it still a curve? That shouldn't be. I think we cannot have no curve with this shader. That's a shader issue. Very probably. Can we manipulate the shader directly? Curved world? No. Maybe in the asset? Script, shaders, material, standard plus curved. It says curvature 18. No, we can have a 0. That's just the default curvature there. Why did it go all the way up to this here? Let's give it a 0 and see what happens. Curvature 0 plus play. Press play. Plus play. Now is 0. It has something to do with the shader, we're sure. Good. And then we look at the default tile. And say the maze tile should have a curvature of a gross curvature. It looks horrible. Whoop. Or we say a slight curvature here, just to see the edge of the world. Good. Or we say no curvature at all. Good. Alright, so this works. In other words, what about the islands and plains? We could set the curve, or we could not set the curve. So what does set curve do? Should we get rid of it and just leave this in? It is an example. I think yes. So we don't need the set curve. That's good. That cleans up the update. If curvature not equal curve. Default curve. Do we need this even? Probably not. But it doesn't matter. Curve. Set curve. Goodbye. Now it's going to curve every time. Also, we don't need to make this public. That is just for switching up on the fly. Which is what now? It's not really on the fly, is it? Not sure now. Good, because it's just for a single tile. Anyways, we press play and we have a 0. Or is this just a slight one again? This is just a slight one. Good, but what if we had more? Whoop. It's nice, this effect that it curves. And it doesn't start out curved. I wonder what happens if we build the map one tile at a time. If my creation speed is 1. How that would look. It's kind of cool. Oh, what now? We get an error. Pushing more than you're popping. I don't think it's a real error. No, we're paused. It is a real error. What? Because we clicked this? Oh yeah, we're not supposed to click this during creation. Alright. Good. The map is being made. Let's make it a bit faster for a moment. Good. Bzip, 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 bzip. Bzip, 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 bzip. Bzip, bzip, bzip. So 20 tiles at a time. And boom. So good for that. Right. So maze tile. Maze is a maze and curve is 0. Right. Then what we could do is create this instantly for a moment. Maximize the game. Right. So this is the small maze. Small tiles maze. Good. Alright. Now, what did we want to do really? Wanted to mess with visibility. Let's say visibility is 8 tiles. Let's see how that looks. Maximize. No. Instant creation here, because we don't want to wait. And we're also going to play maximized. Good. Go into the maze instantly. Right, our visibility is 8 now. So wait. Good. So what if we reach the edge of the map and we have infinity off? We have loop off. Play a character movie will end up where they started in a looping infinite world. Infinite map, yes. But what if we turn looping off? Infinite open world. Infinite map equals true. Looping equals true. So that means if we're not looping, then the infinite is different. Infinity will cause something else. I don't know. Let's see how that looks here first. Yeah, that's what we thought. We have to give it a new line of code. Public bubble. Good. Infinite map looping. So what if we say it's not looping, but it's still infinite? Then the tiles will just get created depending on visibility. Visibility means unlimited visibility. Let's change the rules there as well. Map height. Define the size. All measurements are in unity meters. Unlimited visibility. Unlimited visibility. And no creation. We're not looping. Maybe like that? Is this clear? It's clear enough, maybe. Find these videos. Also, we're going to explain this in a YouTube video for anybody who wants to download the asset. Good. Define visibility and size with no looping. Alright. So now how would that work? Find infinity. Infinity is here. Maps done. Hostile. Infinite map. Infinity, not infinite map. What? Or infinite map. Oh, this is the return. And infinite map is this boolean here. Good. Looping map, let's say. Good. So infinity is going to return a lot. Create tile, create test, create map. Where's my infinity? Do I have to look for it again? Probably, possibly. Good, there's the infinity. It gets called. Not map is done, or also, or infinite map. Or looping map is not on, then be return here. Good. Why would we call this? Oh, because we're gonna recursively call this all the time. We're calling this recursively all the time. Not from inside here, I don't think, or maybe? Let's find out. Infinity can find the text from courage to end file. Huh? Oh no, we don't want to look at this list. Can you find it going upwards? Backward direction. Infinity. Should we just wrap around? Yep. Good. Infinity is called here while true map move. Oh, yeah. I'll encourage you to be able to define wait time. This is every frame. Every frame we're calling infinity. Yeah, if anybody is designing this and they don't want this to be called every frame, they will have to define a wait time here, as it says here in the comment. So that's quite smart. Map move. So we have to do a create tile depending on the visibility. Find visibility. Visibility check. Good. Is there more visibility stuff going on? Visibility tiles, unlimited visibility, visibility setter, visibility check. No, that's it. Good. So that means here we could do an infinite map as well. Goes to return. Right. And is it time for the cheap viewers go by? Effective distance to the mass. Oh yeah. This is in unity meters, I think. The visibility. I don't know what we were thinking there, math-wise, but it's good enough. This is setting active and this is setting false. But what if there is no tile in range? If this is lower than visibility, we're going through all the values. So we're going through all the tiles, but what if there is no tile? This is so different. We have to find out if there is a tile in range. And let's just make one more. So if you want this non-looping, going to check if map is non-looping. Visibility check. This is, when is this getting called? Oh man. And where? This is probably in the tile futures. Yep. Tile features. Visibility check is getting called. As soon as we enter a collider with a host character, of course. Alright, so we enter a tile. And then we check the visibility. And if there is no tile... What did we change here? Can't remember. If there is no tile within our visibility range, we have to make one. Oof. That's a big one. Dee-doo-dum-dum. How would we go on about this? And we have to add it into the world grid values. Just adding onto the map now. If we're not looping, probably the best idea is just to add in, and when we reach a certain point. Like the current tile. So do we do even a visibility check or not? Because if the current tile and the host tile should be, if the host tile is somewhere at the edge of the map, and then we just add in tiles into the visibility that the visibility defines. Good. So best to describe this in an example. If the map is 4x4 and we are in tile 0, 0, then we have to define -4 and -4 in a coordinate grid. Something like that. Oof. Visibility check. But are we going to do this in a visibility check? Because that would fill this up, but good. Also, something here is wrong with the thingies. If else I think it's fine. Also, why so many curly braces? Madness. Completely unreadable. Good, let's see if this is actually compiling. It should. Right. So there's a visibility check. Visibility check one more time. Looping map, yes. Visibility is defined here. We see 8 tiles. Good. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles. If we move forward, we keep seeing only 8 tiles because of the visibility check. Oh man. So if we see super far, like 36 tiles, how would that look? So if we're not looping now, infinity is not firing. Let's see. Yeah, we're reaching the edge of the maze, exactly like we want. Except now what we want, since the infinity is on, want an infinite map. That means in the visibility check, we will say if infinity or infinite map going to make tiles if infinite map and looping map is off. Then we're going to create tiles if necessary. Create tiles if necessary. Good, let's see if that compiles. Pseudocode, it should compile. Right, it's in the visibility check, so every time we enter a tile, they're going to check for visibility. Good, this is a nice distance check. Is it necessary for all this? Also, if we create the tile, we might create more tiles. And make this independent from turning them on or off. Good. Get tiles if necessary. And then we're going to loop through the tiles, which means here we're going to add in tiles now. That's a lot of work, but it should be alright. Our first idea was just to add in tiles as necessary. Because what if there's a huge map? Might be a good idea. But how to realize this? We would have to find out distances again and maybe use this math. Oh man, if only we would have left a comment here to describe the math that is happening. Math. But we did not. So now we don't know what the heck is going on. If the distance between... some game object. Where's this game object? Oh yeah. We're checking every distance to the host character. And if he sees it, visibility plus something else. Why are we adding this? It's a square root of tile size x times tile size x plus tile size z times tile size Z. This is a very simple mathematical equation. Is it the diagonal? Probably not. Could be. Visibility plus. So the visibility plus whatever is the diagonal. This is a weird math here. It's just for kicks probably. If you left it just at the visibility, maybe it would be sufficient, but I think we wanted to make sure that we really see everything within the visibility every tile, because tiles are popping in. Also, that they're not popping in is going to be something the designer has to solve. This is just an example. But yeah, what if we have infinite visibility, then this will not fire even. So in a game like a colony simulator, that's interesting. Maybe have a fog of war or something. For the visibility. And then the designer can not turn them off, but instead put in the fog of war. So this is all a good starting point, I think. Yeah, but let's create tiles. Good. We decided to make the tiles as needed. That means we're going to look into each direction and create the tiles in a square, because that is the easiest thing. People, boom, 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 boom. Okay, tiles if necessary. So, if we have to write a lot of pseudocode first, probably check direction for uncreated tile. Check direction for uncreated tile. Invisibility tiles arrange. Check direction for uncreated tile or tiles. Invisibility tiles range. Good. So we're entering into a tile, and then this code will look in that direction. And it's going to look in the world grid values or keys. It's going to look into the world grid keys. And if that key exists, then fine, and if not, not. We're gonna check this every time. Will we? Sure, why not? The map move is running all the time as well. And it's fine as it's running all the time, because you can turn it on off using these infinite and looping. And if the map move wasn't running all the time, then you couldn't do it in runtime. That's for testing out. Designer, if the designer is bugged by the thing running in maps that don't have it, they can rewrite the code. It's not hard. Check direction for uncreated tiles and visible tiles range. So, alright. The current tile or the host tile? current tile. What do we need? Variables wise. We need an X. Current tile X equals. Oh. Current tile. Oh, this is an integer. Current tile equals current tile X and current tile Z equals Y. Will this even run? Will this even compile? This compiles, interesting. Almost like we know how to code. Almost. Good, so we have the compared values. Now we have to go through the world grid keys. For each copy. For each game object. That's not true. For each vector 2 v2, or is it something like coordinates? Or coordinates. Say cosine, cosinus. C's. Let's be descriptive. Coordinates. Surely the computers can handle a few strings. For each vector 2 coordinates in world grid keys. And now is a problem. And that's actually a big problem. Because if we read out this dictionary, we cannot change it in the same frame or in the same operation. And that's really annoying. So we would have to make... I don't want to do a million lists and a million arrays. It's gonna leak. How do we do this then? I could just create the tile. I could just try and create it. If it's not in there, we just create it. How about that? If world grid keys contains, would that work? Let's see if that code works. If world grid keys contains key. If world grid contains key. But what key? Do we even need this? It's probably going to be a create tile and then default tile or random tile. Default tile prefab, or what's it called actually? Default tile prefab it is called. So default tile. Why is it not showing up? Oh, because it's a capital D. Because it's so important. Default tile prefab, there it is. Create tile from a default tile prefab. But where? At current current tile plus or minus. Hold on. Let's wait a little bit until we write this code, because we want to find out what key we need. Everyone contains key, and now we need to do the math here. Math, figure out coordinates. I wonder if we can have an empty if. Probably not. Invalid expression term. What? What are you talking about? Probably is complaining about this. No? It's no argument. Total parameter key. What? 35442. Yeah, I know. We need to give it an argument. We need to figure this out actually. Good. We know the current tile X and we know the current tile Z. Now, visibility plus or visibility minus? It depends if you're plus or if you're minus. Should we normalize? No. If it's negative, we need to subtract, and if it's positive, we need to add. How do we do this? Let's define some variables before we squish it all into one line of code. Is gonna be new tile X equals current tile X plus or minus visibility plus visibility or minus. There is an int new tile X and new tile X is plus if above 0, and surely this can be done somehow different. Above or equal 0. So we're checking the code every time, even if we're well within the range of our grid. But let's not worry, let's keep it simple. We are worried though. Anyways, if current tile X bigger equal oh no, so many mathematical operators. Bigger equal 0. Otherwise, minus. Good. Alright, new tile X, if current tile bigger equal 0. Right, we have to draw the somewhere. Actually, if it's 0, we do it in both directions. No, because this doesn't even fire when we're well within the range of our map. And if it does, then it fires one tile fewer than symmetry demands when we're in 0. It's fine. Good. And this will then give us a completely dynamic dungeon in theory as well. If we define the starting map size very low. And isn't that a cool thing? I think it surely is. Let's see if that would work. Good. If world grid contains key... Oh yeah, we're looking for the key still. It's like playing the blueprints. But we're gonna play them in 25 minutes about. Gonna take a brief break, of course. Hopefully you can figure this out in 25 minutes. Let's do this again. But for the y coordinate. New tile y, new tile if current tile y, then new tile y. Otherwise the new tile y is current tile. Oh, what about the visibility? The visibility is always just one number. Good. Right, and that will give us a vector 2. A new vector 2, and we call it new tile coordinates equals again new vector 2. And then we squish them in. New tile x and new tile y. If world contains key new tile coordinates. Oops. Or rather, if not, create a tile, default tile prefab, add. How is the create tile working? Working a lot. Oh wait, what? This is a crazy pants spelling error. Create tile. Good. Create tile. It wants the coordinates first. Good, and it doesn't go in a vector 2 because we were too lazy to do this all the time, maybe. And it gives a prefab, and then it gives it a parent, doesn't it? What if it doesn't give it a parent? Ding-dong-dong. That's fine. Seems like it. Whoops. Coordinate x, coordinate z, game object tile, and game object tile parent is null, and replace existing as false per default. And the replacing code we also have to put in. Alright, why are we closing this all the time? What is happening? Right, where were we? Good. It tried to do this, didn't it? Put us in at... Oh man, it closed so much here on the other screen as well. Good. So where do we want to go? New tile coordinates. Good. New tile X. And this goes beforehand. New tile X. Oh man. New tile Y. Default prefab. And that should run. I wonder if it would. And then if we turn off the, if we turn on the infinity. We should then never turn on the infinity again. In fact, this will break the code if we mess around too much. But it's fine. That's only messing around during runtime. Good, new expression requires an argument list 355. Requires an argument list. What? What are we doing? Vector 2 is new tile coordinates and is a new vector 2. What now? Expected 358. Oops. A semicolon was missing. What now? Name current tile does not exist. Current tile Y. Current tile Y does not exist. Does it not? Oh. Right. Surely. And how do we make the vector? We make it with an int, but that's no big deal. What now? Current tile does not exist 337. What? The name current tile does not exist 337. But 337 doesn't have it. Doesn't have a current tile. What are you talking about? Current tile does not exist 367. 337. What are you talking about? Current tile X, current tile dum, dum. Current tile. What were we thinking? Good, current tile. Why are we doing this? Don't know. Gonna shorten it soon. Name current tile Y does not exist. 350. Because it's a current tile Z. Yeah, this is also dumb. Current tile Y. If, and it doesn't even matter if it's an int or not, we're reading this out. Good. If current tile Y bigger 0, new tile equals current tile Y plus visibility. If current tile X bigger than or equal is 0, current tile X plus visibility is a new tile X. Good. Wow. Alright. Current tile X. Right, we're not even typing, we're not even hacking. Definitely not a real hacker. We just copy paste. We're using a mouse to write code. Not much better than the noobs that use AI for designing games. Sad thing is they're very rich, by the way. We know for a fact there is a dude working on a very popular game. He started out as a playtester and climbed the ranks, and now he's a game designer, and now he's doing garbage games using AI. Horrible. We know this story from his mother. Mother! Good, anyways. X, Y, X, Y. No, this is Y, Y. Will this work? Current tile. Visibility. Seems reasonable, no? Flow to int again. 338. So that's not a big deal. Tile X is an int. You don't want to do it. Should we do floats for kicks? To just not have to typecast all the time. Lazy as a coder should be. Alright, let's see. What now? Can I convert float to int? 350. Let's typecast here in this place. Oh, can we typecast inside of a parameter thingy? Let's try. Oh, that works. So it is compiling. That's good news. So what we would do now is create a tile, and the tile created automatically goes into the world grid. Uh-oh. Looking at it, and we're adding in. This might throw an error, because like we said, we don't want to do this in one operation. But let's see how it looks. We have visibility. Something like 8. We're gonna say it's not looping, but it is infinite. We have 24 tiles. We're looking how far? 36, we're looking further. Let's make it reasonable. Say we look only 6 places. And let's not maximize on play. Let's just see how it looks. Bam. This is our visibility. We only see 6 tiles. Let's move forwards. And it should throw an error soon when we reach the end of the map, or not even do anything. Oh, it does something. But it also does not become visible. Oh, what the heck is this? This is interesting. I wonder if this is just invisible, or if it does not create. Looks like it does not create. That's funny. That's funny. It does create some tiles. I think what we're really looking for is... This is very interesting here. What we're really looking for is something else. Let's say... more visibility. Just out of curiosity how that looks. The created map is there. It doesn't go through every tile, that's the thing. It only creates one tile at a time. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, there is one tile getting created randomly. I should create all tiles, of course. But it doesn't break, which is promising. So it's only once. What time is it? We have 10 minutes to solve this. Unlikely. We know what's wrong. So we enter a tile and we immediately need to check. This is a lot of checking. This is a lot of looping. What if the infinity? For testing purposes, what we want is have the visibility be infinite. But then it would return. Also, should we wait for a map is done here as well? This done return visibility. Visibility check. We want the visibility to be infinite. And then create tiles at a certain thingy, at a certain rate. Introducing another variable. We don't like that much. So we would have to change this completely, or we do it for testing purposes a different way. Turning this on and off. Because we don't really like this. We're gonna test it this way. I don't know, because we have something in mind here, and that is if we look at the map from up above, like that. Right? Oh, we also meant to have a character controller that can right-click move. Would that introduce an A-star? In theory, yes, but in practice, no, we're just gonna have them move in that direction. It's no big deal. Good, so we have this, and then we go, and we see the map as is. And we did not center yet. And then we just see the new thing is getting created. Yeah, but that is unlimited invisibility. That is more variables. Want to do this as lazy as possible. Good. We have to create the tiles all the time. The visibility, this does not need to go into the visibility check, and that also helps us. Let's put this somewhere else. Let's put this in its own thing. Void infinity. The infinity goes there. Void. Public void. This is another form of infinity, isn't it? When is infinity being called? All the time. I think we like it in there. If not looping map, return. No. We are going to ask for this. But only if it's not a looping map. If it's not a looping map, we're going to return after we're done. I think this is genius. If not looping map, do it all, and then of course return, because there's no need to move the map when it's not looping, because it's not looping. Reasonable. Good. If bam, looking great. If not looping map, give me that code. Good. Infinite map and not looping map, yes. We know that. We're asking for it. Alright. If not looping map, do the derp and then return. Good. Still, we want to look through every tiles here to get the wow, this is going to be a lot. Can we do it in 3 minutes? Current tile. Should we move the current tile around like we do in the infinity further down? New coordinates style? That is certainly a possibility. Or this is just the visibility. If it's infinite visibility, if it's -1 infinite visibility, how much are we creating then? If not looping map. Infinite map. If not looping map and visibility not equal -1. Again, we have this problem, but that's fine. We're gonna fix it later first. And the problem is, of course, we want to see the whole map and have the player create like 3-4 tiles as he goes. Which is interesting, right? We could just exclude tiles from visibility checks. That would be a good solution for fog of war. Which also means we need some sort of fog of war. This is so hard to do, but maybe we find a nice shader to do this with. I think we will, actually. Good, time is up. 2 more minutes. Just wanna think about this a little bit longer. So that would be another for loop. And we would make a list. And then we would go through the list of the new thingies. And if they exist, but that's every frame. Instead, we look at a random tile every frame. And see if it's not been created. That's so stupid. Dun, 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 dun. Since this is every frame, maybe it's good enough. Let's just see how it looks for a moment. Oh, what the heck? Overridden invalid token if in class record 374. What? There is a brackets mistake somewhere. No doubt. Good. Let's just see how it looks. What the heck is this now? Warning, unreachable code. How unreachable is it? It's too unreachable. It's way too unreachable. Da, 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 da. Now it's reachable again. Good, infinite map, but not looping. This works somewhat, we already know. But possibly not good enough. Let's see what happens when we reach the end. Oh, we reach the end. It's not creating anything. Oh, that's sad. Why not? Don't know. If only the visibility was infinite, we could see a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna look at this another time. Maybe even off stream and fix it there. Because now it's almost time for the blueprints. I am going to talk to you in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. For now, I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. And until next time, have a good day and a good night.